Golden Bachelorette Charles Ling reacts to sudden stardom. October 6, 2024. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Bachelor Nation News. Most of Joan Vasso's Golden Bachelorette suitors are stand-up guys. But social media considers Charles Ling to be in a league of his own. Keep reading to see his humble reaction to finding out fans of the show love him. Golden Bachelorette fans pledge to protect fan favorite. After a disastrous Bachelorette season, Bachelor Nation viewers were ready for a palate cleaner, and what better option than the Golden Bachelorette? Many of Jen Tran's Bachelorette suitors were accused of joining the show for clout and social media fame. However, none of that seems to be the case for Joan Vasso's Golden Bachelorette men. The majority of the men are widowers looking for a second chance at love later in life like Joan Vasso's is. There have been several standouts among the cast, including Mark Anderson, but viewers have taken a special interest in Charles Ling. The retired financial advisor, 66, lost his wife unexpectedly from a brain aneurysm 6 years ago. In one recent episode, he approached another contestant who is an ER doctor to ask questions that still haunted him about his wife's death. One fan of Charles L. took to Reddit to declare that the fans must protect the suitor at all costs. The post received a ton of replies from other viewers who agreed. Instead of complaining about the snoring, he went to the store and got stuff to help them. Then the story about his wife, and the relief he felt knowing it was likely something minor/unrelated to the aneurysm, that was pretty heavy. I really felt for him. Hope Devin is watching this to learn how real men carry themselves. He is truly a gem, a man amongst men. I adore him. He's the sweetest. I love the scene of him calling his daughter on the phone at prom. My king. I have had a feeling Charles may be the next Golden Bachelor. It all feels set up to be so. He's too good for this franchise, though I'm grateful for his presence this season. Charles Ling reacts to sudden stardom. Go to any social media discussion about the Golden Bachelorette, and you'll find viewers praising Charles Ling. NBC News recently caught up with him and made him aware that he's the internet's new boyfriend. I would say it's a surprise, and a big surprise, he told the outlet. He added that he doesn't read too much of the feedback from fans, but shared a message for them. Thank them and tell them I love them too. Do you think Charles Ling is a top contender for the next Golden Bachelor? Share your thoughts in the comments. Today, we're diving deep into the fan-favorite suitor from the Golden Bachelorette, Charles Ling, and his heartfelt reaction to becoming a viral sensation. Buckle up because we've got a lot to cover. Charles Ling, a fan favorite. Now, most of Joan Vasso's suitors on the Golden Bachelorette are genuinely great guys, but Charles Ling has truly set himself apart in the eyes of viewers. From the moment he stepped onto the scene, Bachelor Nation fans have been completely charmed by this retired financial advisor, and now he's found himself in an unexpected spotlight. But what makes Charles so special? Unlike many past contestants on other seasons of The Bachelor or Bachelorette, who have been accused of chasing fame or social media clout, Charles has remained refreshingly authentic. His story is especially moving. Charles tragically lost his wife 6 years ago to a brain aneurysm. This season, we've seen some deeply emotional moments from him, including a touching scene where he asks an ER doctor contestant lingering questions about his wife's sudden death. Golden Bachelorette fans rally behind Charles. Bachelor Nation was in desperate need of a season that could restore faith in the franchise, especially after a few disappointing Bachelorette seasons. Enter Joan Vasso's, a genuine Golden Bachelorette, and a pool of men like Charles Ling, who are in search of love later in life. These men aren't in it for the social media following. They are in it for real, second-chance romance, just like Joan. But Charles has managed to touch fans' hearts in a unique way. He's become the poster child of how to handle oneself with grace, empathy, and charm. One viral Reddit post even declared, "We must protect Charles at all costs," and the thread was flooded with fans agreeing. Here are some of the most heartwarming comments from Bachelor Nation. NBC News recently caught up with Charles Ling and made him aware of just how loved he is by fans. When asked about being dubbed the internet's new boyfriend, his reaction was humble, to say the least. "I would say it's a surprise, and a big surprise," Charles admitted. He also added that he doesn't spend too much time reading fan comments, but wanted to send out a message of gratitude. "Thank them and tell them I love them too." How adorable is that? It's not every day you see someone handle overnight fame with such grace and humility. Could Charles be the next Golden Bachelor? Now, here's a thought that's been floating around social media. Could Charles Ling be our next Golden Bachelor? There are definitely a few hints that seem to suggest it could be a possibility. The internet is buzzing with fans hoping to see him take the lead, and with all the love he's received, it's easy to imagine producers might be keeping a close eye on him. After all, Charles is the perfect candidate, widowed, looking for genuine love, and beloved by the audience. Could we be seeing Charles handing out roses next season? Your thoughts? Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Charles Ling is a top contender for the next Golden Bachelor? Is there anyone else from Joan Vasso's season you'd love to see in the lead role? Let's talk about it in the comments. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more updates on the Golden Bachelor, the Bachelorette, and everything Bachelor Nation. See you next time. That's a wrap for today's episode of Bachelor Nation News. Thanks for tuning in. After a rocky Bachelorette season, Bachelor Nation fans were ready for a fresh start. Enter the Golden Bachelorette, a show that has given us what many viewers consider a much-needed palate cleanser. Unlike past seasons, where several contestants were accused of being more interested in clout and social media fame than love, looking at you, Gen Trans suitors, Joan Vasso's Golden Bachelorette men seem to have a much more genuine connection to the process. Many of these men have faced their own personal tragedies. Most of them are widowers who, like Joan, are searching for a second chance at love later in life. While several suitors have made a great impression, Mark Anderson being a notable example, Charles Ling has truly stood out. Who is Charles Ling? Charles Ling, a retired 66-year-old financial advisor, has captured the hearts of the Golden Bachelorette viewers for more than just his good looks and charm. His vulnerability and openness about the loss of his wife has been especially moving. 6 years ago, Charles' wife passed away unexpectedly from a brain aneurysm, and it's clear the loss still weighs heavily on him. In a recent episode, Charles approached another contestant, an ER doctor, with questions that had been haunting him about his wife's passing. It was a moment that not only showed his emotional depth, but also resonated deeply with viewers who felt for him.